crazy end to the game. Do you feel like you were let off the hook a bit with that penalty decision?
No. The referee said the hand was very close from the body, so there's nothing to do with that. We had our chances in the second half, but the problem is we start the game too late. We gave it away in the first half. I think we didn't have enough movement. We were too static, and it was difficult to create some situations. We did create with some 1-2s and stuff like that, but we need to start the games better. We know that. We spoke in the half-time that we can, every time that we concede a goal and we are down, it's the only time when we start and we think that, now we can take a little bit more risk, now we can go forward, now we can pass forward. We need to start the game like that because we are in a situation where we have to win games and create chances to score goals.
It was a fight back, though. You've managed to come away from Goodison Park with a point. What was the key to turning the game around?
Oh, to stick to the plan. That's what the manager was very upset with us, to try to stick with the plan that we had during the season, to make it work. Even if the things were not going well, we have to stick to what our ideas are, and that's what we did in the second half with much more freedom, much more movement. But as I said, we are 2-0 down. You have nothing to lose, so you start to get more into the game. But
Still just 15 points from a possible 45 under Ruben Amorim. Are you as players feeling like you're making any improvements?
No, of course. You feel it, but the results don't say that. And obviously this club is all about results, and we know that. We are aware of that. We need to be aware of the position we are in the table, and you have to do much more. We have to do much more all together. Me for first. Everyone has to lift the standards of each other and try to push each other to end the season in the best way possible.
Brilliant free kick. And Ruben, it was a crazy end to the game, a completely different second half to the first half that we saw. First of all, talk us through what you saw with that penalty decision right at the end.
No, I think it's a soft touch. It was not from what I saw. I don't like to talk, especially when the game is finished in a few minutes, but I think it was a soft penalty. It was clear.
Are you pleased with the point?
If you start the game without the first half and losing 2-0, it's a good point. But we need to win 3 points and we need to play all the game.
Is that the most disappointing part, the fact that you managed to find yourself in a position to be 2 goals down heading into the second half?
Of course, but that is not the worst part. The worst part is that we have the free men. We are losing ball without any pressure. I mean, we are not doing what's supposed to do, and then it's really hard. And then we suffered 2 goals in second balls, and that was clear that they will create that chances by second balls. We were soft.
How do you go about fixing those problems that you're seeing?
In training, we continue to do the same. That's why in the second half we didn't change nothing. We have to do the same thing, but in a good way.
The 2 goals that were scored today both came from set pieces. Is scoring goals in the team still an issue for you?
Yes, not just scoring goals, but also create a lot of chances. We have to improve on that. But last game also we had chances. This game also we struggle with scoring goals.
Everyone can see that you so desperately want to make a success at Manchester United. Why haven't you been able to do that consistently so far with the results?
I don't know. If I know, I will change it. We have to continue to think in the next game, and everything we do during the week, we have to use it in the game. And if we do that, we are near to win games like we did in the second half. If we don't, we are not going to win.
How can you make this team better then between now and the end of the season?
In this moment, we need to focus on day by day. We need to survive this season. That is clear, and then to think ahead. But we have so many problems, and then when you go to the game and we let the time pass, it's really hard. Of course, I don't want to say just the negative part. The second half was so much better in belief, and in the end, I think we were near to win this game also.
Thanks, Ruben.
Thank you.
Ruben Amorim hopes to have 3 more players available for United's upcoming Premier League game against Everton. United's new head coach sat down with reporters at Carrington in the wake of the UEFA Europa League draw in Nyon, Switzerland, where the Reds were paired with Real Sociedad in the last 16. But foremost in the Portuguese's mind was tomorrow's short trip to Merseyside, when United will fulfill the club's last-ever fixture at one of England's most historic stadiums, Goodison Park. The Reds lost 1-0 at Tottenham Hotspur in our most recent Premier League fixture, but Amorim hopes to have 3 absentees from that game available for selection on Saturday: Christian Eriksen, Manuel Ugarte and Lenny Yoro. Asked at the start of the press conference whether it had been a better week, in terms of the health of his squad, Ruben replied yes, because we don't lose players. We recover players. Chris, Manu and Lenny return, and, with Chris, it was a misunderstanding. I want to be really clear on that also, because of Chris. He's healthy and ready to play for many years in a high level. It's just my limitations explaining the injuries. I want to make this really clear. Questioning then moved on to the Reds' other injured figures, most notably, Ahmad, Toby Collier, Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount and Luke Shaw. It's hard to know about the others, he admitted. Ahmad is for a long time. I think Mason Mount continues to make his recovery. Luke Shaw continues to make his recovery. I don't have a day for his return. Toby Collier seems to be the closest one, but not now. Kobbie Mainoo is recovering. We have to adapt to use the players we have for the schedule. Altay Bayender is making a recovery, Tom Heaton is making a recovery, Amorim continued. Again, I don't have a day, but they are recovering. Everton vs Man United prediction: David Moyes to inflict further woe on former club. There will be no divided loyalties for the former United boss, who left Everton in 2013 to replace Sir Alex Ferguson at Old Trafford, only to be sacked less than 12 months later. Now his Everton side sit 1 place and 1 point above the Red Devils after securing 4 wins and a draw from their last 5 league matches. United, on the other hand, have won just 2 of their last 9 matches, against Southampton and Fulham, but go into the game on the back of defeats to Crystal Palace and Tottenham. Everton vs Man United betting Moyes to get the measure of United. One thing that is guaranteed from a David Moyes side is that they will be organised and work hard, but the same can't seem to be said of Manchester United right now. A lot of criticism has fallen on the manager Ruben Amorim, who has won just 9 of his 21 games in charge, but when are the players going to realise they need to do more? The same players failed under the previous manager Erik ten Hag, and some of them continually disappointed under Ralf Rangnick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before them. It's always easy to blame the manager, and of course, it's easier to get rid of them than players on 5-year contracts, but right now it's hard to see how anyone could improve United. They are struggling to score goals, after failing to score in 5 of their last 9 games and bagging just 28 in their 25 league games, 1 more than Everton. But they have conceded 4 more, and the Toffees have kept 9 clean sheets this season, which is just 1 less than both Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, who have the most with 10. It's been a long time since the football betting sites had Everton as the favourites to beat United, but they are offering 138 on David Moyes' side taking all 3 points. You can get 19.10 on a United win and 94 on a draw. United have won the last 6 meetings between the two sides, including the last 2 matches at Goodison Park. Last season, goals from Alejandro Garnacho, Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial earned them a 3-0 win, and we all know that only one of those players is still at United now. The season before, the visitors came from a goal down to win 2-1 thanks to goals from Antony and Cristiano Ronaldo. Everton's last home win over United came in April 2022 when Anthony Gordon scored the only goal of the game to secure all 3 points. As Everton boss David Moyes only managed 3 wins over United in 24 attempts between 2002 and 2013, but the best came just over 15 years ago when his side came from a goal down to secure a 3-1 win thanks to goals from Diniar Bilyaletdinov, Dan Gosling and Jack Rodwell. Despite their recent results, I'm still backing Everton to take all 3 points on Saturday and continue their climb up the Premier League table. Everton vs Man United prediction: Beto to bag again. Striker Beto has really stepped up after the latest injury to fellow striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin, with 4 goals in his last 4 games. He scored twice in the 4-0 win over Leicester at the start of the month, before following it up with strikes against Liverpool and Crystal Palace to take his tally for the season to 9 in 22 appearances, but 2 of those were for Everton's U21 side in a 3-1 win over Tranmere Rovers in the EFL Trophy. Betting sites are offering 132 on him scoring first, 61 to score last, or 2,910 to score at any time.